Hello and welcome back to the Movie Memo Recaps. Today we are going to recap a 2020 movie titled The Second. Please be advised that there will be spoilers ahead. In the opening scene, Major Davis is commanding a group of elite soldiers on their way to the office of the United States Senator. A terrorist group poses a bomb threat, and their goal is to quickly extract the senator. Once they get to their location, Davis leads the senator to safety. During their drive, the senator expresses dissatisfaction with the poor quality of the vehicle picked for evacuation. In response, Davis defends the mode of transportation as a strategic tactic to confuse the terrorists and disguise the senator's position within the car. Shortly thereafter, the senator receives a call on his cell phone. The moment he responds, an explosion occurs. As a result, they are attacked by the terrorist unit. Davis prioritizes the senator's security as his comrades fight the invaders. Amidst the fighting, the terrorist group's leader, wearing an explosive vest, kidnaps one of Davis's squad members. The terrorist wants a trade-off between his victim and the senator. However, Davis's buddy detonates the device linked to the terrorist leader's vest, culminating in their mutual death. After 3 months, Davis is preparing to go camping with his son, who is studying in another city. Shortly, his wife approaches him and ensures he has everything he needs for his adventure. The scene shifts to a university campus, where we meet Davis's son, Sean. The university protocol requires all students to leave in dormitories and only return home during term vacations. That afternoon, following a physical education session, the students prepare to travel home as the semester break begins the next day. Aaron, Sean's friend, approaches him after class. Their professor interrupts them mid-conversation, reminding them to gather their belongings as the campus will close later. Later that day, Sean informs Aaron that they should leave shortly because they are the last ones on campus. Aaron, upon hearing this, asks Sean if he can help her pack. Simultaneously, near the university entrance, a man wearing dark sunglasses is observed eliminating security guards. Shortly later, a group of suspicious people had gathered outside the university building. It turns out that these individuals received an order to kidnap Erin, the daughter of a Supreme Court justice named Walton. Following the dispatch of all the security personnel, the guy named Melvin tells his staff to complete their various missions as soon as possible, while assuming the role of Erin's chauffeur, as reportedly instructed by her father. Melvin greets Aaron and Sean as they descend the stairs, introducing himself as Erin's newly appointed chauffeur. Simultaneously, Davis reaches the university entrance, only to encounter a member of the abductor's squad disguised as a security guard, who promptly alerts the others of his arrival. Sean seemed overjoyed to see his father, considering their previous interaction was 6 months ago. Erin recalls leaving her laptop in her room as she prepares to board the vehicle. When Davis notices Erin, he questions Sean about her identity, to which Sean responds that she is the daughter of a Supreme Court justice. Davis expresses surprise, having not expected the daughter of a Supreme Court justice to attend this specific university. Davis suggests waiting for Erin to return from her room before traveling, given that Erin and Sean are the only students who have yet to leave campus. Davis starts to notice something unusual. The janitorial worker's strange and out-of-place conduct heightens his suspicions. He then asks Sean to stay in the car while he goes upstairs to discuss the new driver situation with Erin. When he reaches her, he encourages Erin to check with her father to see if he has truly arranged for a new driver. Erin's father abruptly disconnects the line during the phone discussion, denying dispatching a new driver. After confirming that Erin's father did not send a new driver, Davis begs Erin to flee the campus with him immediately. Suddenly, the building falls into darkness. Davis approaches the window and observes a woman standing guard outside. He eventually concludes that all of the people he had witnessed were planning to kidnap Erin. He tells Erin to be calm and stay close to him. As they make their way out of the dormitory, Erin's phone suddenly rings. She answers it and discovers Melvin on the other end. Melvin, realizing that Erin and Davis are aware of his intentions, orders Erin to hand the phone over to Davis. He claims that he has effectively surrounded the area, compromising all campus access points and networks. He demands that Davis immediately hand Erin over to him, promising to spare both Davis and his son in return. Instead of yielding to fear, Davis bravely opposes him, vowing never to hand over Erin under any circumstances. Meanwhile, at the Supreme Court Justice's mansion, Erin's father is playing pool when his security informs him that the CIA director is on his way. The judge instructs his bodyguard to let him in. The CIA director, named Philip, explains the aim of his visit, which is to seek the judge's opinion on an upcoming trial that will take place in a few days. It is said that a legislative amendment is being considered, and that only Judge Walton's ruling can validate the amendment. Philip's proposal is flatly rejected by the upright judge. Following his rejection, Philip forewarns Erin, his daughter, that she will face a dreadful fate if he does not accept his demands. Sean becomes increasingly nervous as a result of his father and Aaron's protracted absence, and he tries to seek them out. When he reaches the upper floor, he confronts an abductor disguised as a janitor. Unaware of the danger, Sean expresses his desire to contact his father and Aaron, who are believed to be on university grounds. The imposter tells him a fake story about seeing them upstairs and offers to escort Sean there. However, while in the elevator, the man strikes Sean from behind. Fortunately, Davis and Aaron arrive just on time. Davis successfully incapacitates the man by grabbing his handheld transmitter and handgun. Davis then takes Sean and Aaron to the campus library. He tells them to stay there until he returns, as he intends to confront the kidnappers. Before going, he gives them the handheld transmitter and gun he had earlier confiscated. Shortly after, an abductor enters the elevator and, finding 2 mobile phones on the ground, gets distracted, giving Davis the opportunity to ambush him. After apprehending the individual, Davis takes him to an upper-level room for questioning. The infiltration of the university network prevents Davis from contacting authorities for aid. Distracted, the trapped bald man lunges at Davis, but Davis overwhelms him, leaving him motionless. Meanwhile, Melvin eventually uncovers Davis's identity. He is surprised to learn that Davis is a major in the elite special forces and has led troops in the Bosnian, Somali, and Kosovo crises. Davis was even responsible for single-handedly defeating 50 foes during the Somali War. Melvin warns his guys to be extra cautious after learning this, realizing that Davis is not their typical opponent. The scene returns to the library, where Aaron and Sean are hiding. Aaron insists on taking Sean to the infirmary for treatment after discovering his injured hand. When they arrive, Aaron attends to Sean's wounds. Meanwhile, outside the infirmary, the man who earlier attacked Sean regains consciousness and resumes his goal. Sean confronts him as he approaches the infirmary, sparking a fight between them. Despite feeling outmatched, Sean wins an unexpected advantage when Aaron intervenes, injuring the man's face. In response, the man swings out at Aaron, knocking her to the ground. Sean brandishes his gun at Goon to let Aaron go. The man surrenders at gunpoint, but Sean chooses to spare him. Davis is fighting 2 of Melvin's goons on campus and defeats them both with reasonable ease. One of Melvin's accomplices, disguised as a security guard, captures Aaron. Sean points his weapon at the imposter, but Davis abruptly fires a long-range shot that hits and kills the man. Davis then urges them to leave the school immediately. Suddenly, the physical education instructor emerges from his chamber. Sean informs him about the escalating siege and emphasizes the significance of their departure. Davis asks about an additional escape route besides the main door. The teacher suggests that an old lift in the building could be a viable solution. When they arrive at the elevator, one of the goons open fire on them. Davis advises that the 3 of them to use the elevator while he responds to the assault. However, Sean refuses to abandon his father and chooses to help him, leaving Aaron and the teacher to carry out the planned escape plan. Much to Aaron's surprise, when she exits the building, she finds Melvin and one of his men waiting for them. It becomes clear that the teacher colluded with Melvin's group. After Aaron's surrender, the unscrupulous instructor seeks compensation from Melvin, only to meet his demise. Melvin orders his squad to set explosives in the elevator, knowing Davis and Sean are right above. As soon as Davis notices the bomb in the elevator on the upper floors, he quickly moves to avoid it. Supreme Court Justice Walton, concerned for his daughter's well-being, receives a video from Philip that reveals Aaron's awful situation as a captive. Justice Walton, overcome with concern for his daughter's safety, feels driven to comply with Philip's requests. Philip then requests that he go to a specific location alone. Fortunately, Davis and Sean survive the blast. As he takes down a sniper above the building, Davis orders Sean to pursue Aaron. Sean immediately launches a motorcycle pursuit after spotting Melvin carrying Aaron away. Spruill, one of Melvin's men, drives a car that Davis hops onto to catch up. Melvin shoots Sean during the pursuit and then captures him. Davis is involved in a fight with Spruill and other members of Melvin's group. Eventually, he overpowers them and discovers a GPS that pinpoints the location of Justice Walton, who happens to be nearby. Shortly after, he intercepts Justice Walton's vehicle and shows him a note promising his aid. The pair then dashed off to rescue Sean and Aaron. When Justice Walton arrives at the location where Sean and Aaron are being held captive, he proceeds alone. One of Philip's henchmen approaches and inspects him. Justice Walton then bolts, accompanied by a violent explosion. Davis arrives, weapon in hand, ready to eliminate all of Philip's goons. Davis eliminates Philip's soldiers one by one, with brutal accuracy. Sean retaliates by confronting one of Philip's thugs. Soon after defeating him, more members of Philip's group approach him, leading to another brutal encounter. Thankfully, Sean manages to turn the tide of battle, defeating all of his opponents. Sean then rushes to save Erin as she prepares to board a ship. One of Philip's goons coerces Erin, but Sean intervenes and rescues her. Shortly later, Supreme Court Justice Walton arrives on the scene and quickly leads them to a secure area. Davis and Melvin are fighting in a different location at the same time. Davis's weapon accidentally strikes a gas pipe, resulting in a leak. Recognizing the impending danger of an explosion, Davis rushes to flee the area. The gas eventually detonates, leaving Melvin in close vicinity. Following that, Davis quickly approaches Sean and Erin to ensure their safety. The next day, Philip receives a surprise visit from Melvin, who miraculously survived the explosion the night before. Melvin informs him that he is requesting payment per their agreement. However, Philip rejects his plea, claiming that Davis foiled their plan and refuses to compensate him. Because of this information, Melvin kills him. The scene transitions to a hospital room, where Davis is accompanied by his injured son, Sean. As he hands Sean his watch, Davis explains that President Clinton gave it to him as a token of gratitude for his successful completion of numerous dangerous missions for the country. Davis also shares the president's inspirational remark when he gave him the watch. "When you wear this, I want you to focus on the lives you saved, not the ones you took." Erin soon pays Sean a visit, which he quite enjoys. Davis then leaves them together. As the film ends, a man appears, holding Davis's wife prisoner. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.